You guys weren't able to probably score as many points. You had those 3 drives in the second quarter, starting on their side of the field, didn't score. Was that more of you guys just not being executing, or was that more something North Texas did?
We just didn't, finish the drives, and so there's always things we can improve on. So we'll just go back. We'll go back and we'll improve on those things. They also did a great job of limiting our drives. We had like 9 drives for the game, 3 in the second half. So. For the most part, we made the most of our opportunities. Obviously, there's a couple of points where we wish we would have done some things better, but we were able to come out with a victory and become bowl eligible, so we're not complaining.
What impresses you most about Missouri's defense?
They're just all around. They're a very stout defense, very well-coached defense, very disciplined defense, and that's how they've been. Since we've really, have played them. They're stout up front, strong and experienced in the secondary, and they lead the SEC in a lot of categories. So. A lot of respect for them, and they do a very good job on the defensive side of the ball.
Josh, what do you think of Kentrell Brothers, their linebacker, number 10?
His stats, I know he's high up in the SEC for tackles. So he does a lot for their defense. So, he kind of echoes what I've said about their whole defense. Well coached, disciplined, and they understand, schemes very well. So they're going to come up with an A game.
Josh, you mentioned you kept up with the situation out of Missouri. How much did you keep up with the details of it, and did you agree with how the football team handled that situation?
I'm aware of the situation, but I obviously, details, I don't know much about the details. I'm really focused on what I need to do here to prepare myself on Saturday.
So you would know, if putting yourself in that situation, if you were out there, you don't know if you would handle it the same way?
I'm not in that situation, so I honestly don't know.
Josh, you expect them to be pretty inspired, given that this is going to be their coach's last home game. He's been there for 15 years. You think that's going to add some juice for them?
Yeah, I think anytime a team steps on the field, especially if in their home turf, they're gonna have some extra juice. So we have to come ready to play. We played in hostile environments, and this will be another one. Be a great opportunity to go out and play the game of football. So really excited about the opportunity. Do
you think you've been more effective throwing the ball in games where you've been running it pretty well this season, or is that an incorrect notion?
We didn't have many runs in the South Carolina game. We had perfectly fine production in the pass game, so I don't think they really have any correlation.
That's Missouri's defense. It's given Tennessee problems the last couple of years. Do you see anything different about the defense this year compared to the last 2 years?
Defense has changed, on a year-to-year basis. So schemes change because personnel changes. So they do some different things, but we have to come ready to play. As I said, they're a very good defense, and we have to bring our A game for them.
You got your first start in 2013 against Missouri on the road. What can you take from that start there to help you prepare for this week?
I've learned a lot since then. So it would be a great opportunity to go back to Columbia, Missouri. So I'm excited for the opportunity. I remember my first start and everything. So it would be a great opportunity to go back out there and play some more football.
Do you enjoy playing on the road in hostile environments? Do you relish maybe being the enemy?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a different dynamic, than when you're at home. So, it's kind of fun. It's different. You're able to see, different venues around the SEC and go out and compete in a different place. So, it's always fun playing on the road, and it's also fun playing at home, but they kind of have different dynamics.
I'm assuming it's going to be very cold in Missouri because it always is. How much does the cold weather affect preparation, if any?
It has no effect. The weather's the weather. You can't control it, so just go out and play your game.
Will you wear a glove on your throwing hand?
No, I don't throw with the glove. I just wear one on my left hand as I've been doing.
Well, talk about Alvinkumar's production against North Texas. How will he
play? He did a great job in the run game and in the pass game, but obviously in the run game he had a couple of really nice runs, making guys miss. So he's definitely a weapon. We were able to get him in space. It's always great. So he did a great job of having a productive day for us.
Josh, you talked about watching NFL games on Sunday. Who's your team?
I'm a hometown team. I cheer for the Falcons, so I love watching them play and everything. But I'm kind of a fan of the game. There's a lot of quarterbacks I really enjoy watching across the league, so it's always good to tune in when I can and watch some games.
Can you think of anything you've picked up watching any NFL quarterback this year at all?
There's a lot of various situations that come up throughout games. 2-minute situations, 4-minute situations, and plays and the decisions they're making. So just watching them just to gain knowledge about the game, and then also just to see various concepts that are being run and what they're doing well. and how they're being successful.
How important is
really
Kyler Kerperson being to this team as a leader?
He's very important. I mean, he's a senior, fifth-year senior on the offensive line, so the guys really look up to him, and he really embraces that role. He's always talking and teaching the young guys, and then, whenever he has an opportunity to step up and say something to the team, he takes advantage of it. So it's definitely great to have him.
I know you
Two more
always have
guys.
your bumps and your bruises, but do you feel pretty close to 100%?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Josh, you guys have had, I think, in every game it seems like a different receiver maybe steps in as big. It was Bond a couple games ago. Josh has been a couple times. Josh Smith's been some places. As a quarterback, is it nice to have guys that you can get the ball and it's maybe not going to be the same guy every time?
Yeah, it's great. It's great to have playmakers across the board. I mean, that's what we preach in the receiver room. Our receiver, you have a lot of depth in that position. Guys across the board constantly making plays, so it's definitely great to have that across the position.
Great. Thanks, Josh.
Josh.